So in this numerical, it looks like something like a dam structure, cross section of the dam. So what they say is to calculate the centroid. Cool. So let us find with the centroid of each known section first. So if this is given something like this, you have to make this built up complex section into known basic sections. That is basic component, geometrical component or geometrical section. So what I can do is, you can see there is a one triangle over here. So I'll assume this as one triangle, this whole part, and the moment I taken out cut this space into one triangle, I can see now one rectangle piece over here, right? So I'll take this pura as a rectangle. The moment I cut this rectangle also, I can see this one more triangle over here. So how many parts have become here? Now, now I have a one triangle, one rectangle, one more triangle, and one more rectangle. So this is your the first procedure. Okay, you have to cut the sections. Once you cut the section, the next is again always write down the formula. Okay, so let me move to the that step. I already have been cut down that section. So you can see here G1 is the point from where the centroid, this is the centroidal point for this triangle, and again as I said, this will be the x1 and y1, and this will be x2 and y2, and for this will be x3 and y3, and for the last one this will be x1 and okay, that is x4 and y4. Sorry, I hope you understood this. So this is how it is divided. So we'll take G1, we find the x1 and y1, we get G2, we find x2 and y2, and we get G3, we find x3 and y3, we get G4, we find x4 and y4. Okay. So there is a small change that you can take this here as a full rectangle. Don't need of a cutting into. You can take in this terms also as I have given. You have a choice to make. So either you can take only till this as a single part, or you can take this as a full part also. So what I have taken over here is, let me consider this as a single. Okay, that color coding, do not get the thing with the color coding. So let us go with the formula. The formula is x bar is equal to summation of ax by a, that is moment of area by total area, as well as y bar is equal to summation of ay divided by a total area, that is moment of area by total area. So let us go with the components. See, this numerical should like, it is a very easy numerical once you understood the concepts. Just make sure in the life the concept you understood. Okay. So for the first component, let us take it as an that triangle one. I'll just call it as an T1. Over here I'll write it as an T1. Okay. So the triangle one, the area is half into base into height. So that will be half into, so this is 2 meter. You can see over here the 2 meter, and the height is 5. Okay, the 5 plus 1, that is 6 meter. So that is 2 into 6. So that is 6. I'll write directly 6. The reason is here I have given meter square. So next one is the rectangle. I'll call it as an R1. The next one is again triangle. I'll call it as an T2. And last is rectangle. I'll call it as an R2. So this will be my R2. This will be my T2. And this will be my R2. Sorry, this is R1. This is R1. Sorry for it. Okay, let us move on. The area for the second component, that is a rectangle one, that is 2 meter into, you can see it over there, 2 meter into the other distances is 5 plus 1 plus 1.5, that is 7.5. So the area is 7.5 into 2. What is 7.5 into 2? That is 15. Okay, no meter square, just 15. Coming up to T2, we'll go to the easiest first. The T2 is 5 meter. You can see over here as a 5 meter as a height and 4 meter as a base. So as of the formula, that is half into base into height, that gives half into base is 4 meter and height is 5 meter. So that will be 10 meter square. Same over here also you have to write formula, breadth into depth or L into B, whatever. Just as a formula that indicates that you have given a certain dimensions. And the last one is again breadth into depth, just give it up. That is, we give it as a 4 plus 1 meter. Over here it is a 4 meter and 1 meter, that gives you 5 meter and depth is 1 meter. So that is 5. That's it. Now let us go for the important part. The important part is this xi, yi. Let us go with the triangular one. Here we need to find this distance. Okay, this distance. But we know that from the base, okay, from the base, this distance is whatever base by this height by 3, this height by 3, okay. But the other part will be, see, I'll tell you how it is, means I'll draw it out. If this is a triangle, okay, the triangle is very bad. I hope I'll draw a triangle. Oh, again bad. I told you, right, I'm very bad with the drawings. Okay, now you see, this is a triangle. This is a centroid point for that triangle. If this is a point, this we call, if this is a total length, we take it as an h. This will be h by 3, and this pura will be 2h by 3. The reason is simple. 2h by 3 plus h by 3 is 3. You want me to solve this again? Okay, no problem if you don't get to this point. So that is 3, 2h plus h. That is 3h by 3. Sorry, this is h, okay. 3 cancel. So h left over. So I hope you understood this concept, okay. Or you can take this as an, if you remember only this part is also enough, h by 3, if you problem with the memorization. So that what happens, if you remember this part as an h by 3, you can take that whatever the total length comes, right, total length minus this part gives you this pura part. So here also we do the same, we directly take it out. So this part we call as a base, okay. This part we call it as an this base as a 2 meter. So it will be 2 base divided by 3, that is 2 into 2 divided by 3, that is 1.33. But regarding yi, it is from the base to that point, but over here it is from the tip to that point. That's the difference. If from this point to this point, okay, from this point to this point or this point, the respective point, whatever you see, there is a 2 points right now, right? From those 2 points, if you see here to here, it is always 2 into the total distance divided by 3, and this is just the total distance by 3. So that is a small difference. Once you practice, you will understand that. So over here it is h by 3, that is 6 by 3, that is just true. And the rest mathematics is easy, that a into xi, a into yi, that is easy. We will not concentrate on that. Next is R1. From that we know already, if this is 2 meter, if this distance is 2 meter, sorry, this distance is 2 meter, this is 1 meter, right? 1 meter. And we already know that this distance as an 2 meter. So it is 2 plus 1. So you can write it as 2 plus 2 by 2, because we have to write that 2 plus b by 2. So that is 3. And this distance is directly, you can write it out, no problem. That is 6 by 2. Is that 6 divided by 2? No, it's not 6 divided by 2. The total distance is 7.5. So if that is 7.5, here it is 7.5 by 2. That is 3.75. And the last part is this triangle. We have to find this distance again. We have to find first this distance, and it is touching from the base to that point. Okay, from the base to that point, that is that whatever base by 3, and adding this 2 plus 2. So this will be 2 plus 2 plus base by 3, and we know that base is 4. So it is 2 plus 2 plus 4 by 3, that is 5.33. And here it is again, we have to calculate this distance. First we have to calculate this distance for that, and that distance is h by 3, whatever this height, and that is 5 by 3. So what plus this 1 from here to here, this distance. So that is 1 plus h by 3, that is 1 plus 5 by 3, that is equal to 2.66. And the last part is this rectangle. You can see this one small rectangle that is there. So for that part, the centroid is somewhere over here. That's a directly easy part. I hope you understand. You calculate this and add this part. So I'm not taking too much time for that. I'll write directly. You write down that formula for that. And the other term over here is, if this is 1 meter, that is 1 by 2, that is 0.5. So the next procedure is a clean multiplication from this to this and from this to this, which gives you this, which gives you this. So let us multiply area with the xi. Okay, so If you do this, first I'll write down the directly answers. 7.98, 45, 53.3, 32.5, as well as area into yi, we get this 12, 56.25, 26.6, as well as 2.5. I hope there is no doubts in how to calculate this mathematics, right? It's just a calculator work. What you need to understand that concept is whenever you take this centroid, I hope you see this. Whenever you take the centroid, from that built-up section to this axis, it should start from that built-up section to wherever there is an axis, and the formula is always given for given is from the point of centroid to wherever the base is touching or end of the geometry. So the formula always given for this, the rest you have to add it on. So this is how we need to proceed. Same with the other term also. In the other term it is over here and you have to add. So what will be the next step now? We found area, we found xi, yi and here. One more thing, I trust you guys, you never make a mistake in this area. Area, you never make a mistake. Unless it is a square, not the square, it is a circle. Semicircle, arc, I have found people were making mistakes. Other than it is easy peasy. But I have found people making mistake in xi and yi. And if you make a mistake in xi and yi, the next all answers are wrong. This is where you fail. Okay? Just try to make sure that you are very good with this concept. Now let us do the summation. So summation of all the area, if I add it, it comes 6 plus 15 plus 10 plus 5, that comes somewhere around 36 meters square. And if I do summation of all ai xi, that gets me somewhere 138.78 meter cube. And the last one is summation of ei yi, that gets me somewhere 97.35 meter cube. Moment of area is in meter cube. Okay, so let me put the same value, that is 138.78 divided by 36, over here is 97.35 divided by 36. This gives me value of 3.855 meter, and this gives me value of 2.704 meter. This is your final answer, and you have to write that one more term that is always important, that is centroid of following section, built up section lies in 3.85 comma 2.70 meter. Okay, this will be your last answer, so that the examiner can see at the end that you have written there is no problem for him to search for the answers. So I hope you understood that here the G whatever is there, right? So the distances, this distance is, we got to know that it is 3.855, and this distance we got to know is, that is around 2.704. Why it is important? Okay, now you understood mathematics, but why these engineers used to make this mathematics. I'll tell you this reason now. Okay. Till now you understood the mathematics, but every time you need to understand why you have done that mathematics, right? Because that's what it is. You have used the sine theta, cos theta in your life, but you have found that okay, why I have done that sine theta and cos theta, where I never used. You might have this one thinking in your mm, head. So for that, I'll teach you this now. Okay. This look like a dam structure or a retaining wall. Okay. I hope you have seen in the roadside something like this. In the roadside there will be a retaining wall. Okay. If not a retaining wall, if you have seen the dams used to be something like this, right? Okay. Generally. Okay. Why they have put this term is whenever there is a in the dam there will be water. If not that, a retaining wall, in the retaining wall there will be a soil. You see this guard section, there will be walls, right? A retaining wall will be having a soils at the back, and your road will be here, and you have a car. Okay, that car is very bad car. Okay, see. Just assume, okay, this car. Why this is important is if the center of gravity is somewhere above, somewhere at this point, there is a, depending upon the load, overturning effect is little bit less or more, because as I told you in this, if the center of gravity lies somewhere over here at the base and you apply the load, the overturning, what is overturning? I taught you that, right? It will fall down like this overturning effect. This overturning effect is depending upon the where is the center of gravity. The stability is depending upon where is the center of gravity. It is always said that as the center of gravity is downward, it is the overturning effect is very less. That's the reason, right? If you see this, the best example is you see this. I hope you have seen this English film in this Hummer that vehicle. That vehicle will be like that. The American war movies. You see this. It will be like almost like this in the war movies. It will be like this, and our local auto will be like this. I'm telling like that auto. The the center of gravity lies somewhere over here for this. The center of gravity for this is somewhere lies over here. And whenever there is a the lateral load, I'm talking about the lateral load, not the gravity load. Gravity load is something like this, perpendicular to the surface. And this is horizontal or lateral load. Whenever there is a lateral load, that kind of a vehicle overturning in the sense whenever these terms are like this, overturning effect is very less. The vehicle becomes overturning, right? It's very less. But you see this auto or nano, the nano car, which is always an auto, that is also overturning is very much high. There is higher tendency of overturning that takes place. That means the stability is not that good in the high speed. So this is where engineers wants to keep this uh, what the center of gravity as low as possible to the ground surface. They want this center of gravity as low as downward, somewhere over here, so that overturning effect is reduced. This is the concept. Okay. Next time, whenever you design something, just make sure that you play with this center of gravity. But every time you need to find the center of gravity, okay, where it is very much important. Every time, whenever you're going to find it, you have to physically test it out. But you don't need to physically test every time. you just have to have this basic calculation. So I take this section, I found the centroid somewhere. I take this section, I found some centroid somewhere. I find this section, I take centroid somewhere here, and all these centroids wherever it meets, right, that is my center of gravity. Okay, so centroid is for a plane area, center of gravity is for the total area. I hope you understood why we do this mathematics, which you all thought it is not at all necessary. But whatever you see the engineering product, that is depending upon this small mathematical formulas. So thank you. We'll finish off. We'll see in the next numericals.